Welcome back to Future Cars Update, where we dive into the world of innovation, design, and technology, not just in the automotive industry, but in every piece of tech that changes the way we live. While we usually talk about cars, today we're taking a small detour to explore a device that transformed the smartphone game and still remains relevant even years after its release. Today, we're going deep into the iPhone X Max, Apple's big, bold, and powerful statement from the past that many still use and admire. Let's explore its design, features, performance, and current price in 2025. The iPhone X Max was launched as the larger sibling of the iPhone XS. It came out in late 2018 but was quickly recognized for setting a high bar in smartphone design and performance. Even now, in 2025, it holds its ground, especially for those who prefer the premium Apple experience without spending top dollar on the latest models. Starting with the design, the iPhone X Max still feels modern. It features a large 6.5-inch Super Retina OLED display, with sharp resolution, vibrant colors, deep blacks, and excellent brightness. The edge-to-edge screen design and minimal bezels gave it a futuristic look at the time, and even today, it doesn't look outdated. The stainless steel frame, paired with a glass front and back, gives it a luxurious and solid feel in the hand. It was also one of the first iPhones to say goodbye to the home button, paving the way for Face ID and gesture-based navigation. Speaking of Face ID, the iPhone X Max introduced a very secure and reliable facial recognition system. It's quick, works in different lighting conditions, and integrates seamlessly with Apple's ecosystem for secure payments, unlocking the phone, and app authentication. Even now, many users find Face ID on this phone to be just as fast and accurate as newer models. Under the hood, the iPhone X Max runs on the A12 Bionic chip. Back in its time, this was a monster of a processor, and even now it handles daily tasks smoothly. Whether you're browsing, watching videos, using social media, or multitasking, this phone still delivers great performance. Gaming is also decent, with the A12 holding up well with modern titles, although you may notice slightly slower load times or dropped frames compared to the latest chips. The phone comes with 4 GB of RAM and storage options of 64 GB, 256 GB, and 512 GB. While 4 GB may sound small today, iOS is highly optimized, so performance remains fluid in most scenarios. However, users who are heavy into media storage or gaming might find the base model a bit limiting. Now let's talk about the camera system. The iPhone X Max comes with a dual camera setup, two 12-megapixel lenses, one wide and one telephoto. It also features optical image stabilization and 2x optical zoom. Even though we now have phones with 3 or even 4 cameras, the iPhone X Max still captures sharp, color-accurate images with good detail. It performs well in daylight and decently in low light, thanks to Smart HDR. The portrait mode with advanced bokeh effects and depth control was a standout feature back then, and it still produces impressive shots. The front-facing camera is 7MP, which may seem low compared to today's standards, but it delivers good selfies, and FaceTime video quality is still solid. The TrueDepth camera system also powers Animoji and Memoji, fun features that bring a unique, playful experience to the iPhone. Battery life is another area where the iPhone X Max performs quite well. It packs a 3,174 mAh battery, which can last a full day of moderate to heavy use. It supports wireless charging and fast charging with a compatible 18W adapter, which can charge the phone up to 50% in around 30 minutes. In 2025, this is no longer cutting edge, but it's still very functional for everyday users. iOS updates have also helped keep the iPhone X Max alive and relevant. Apple's long-term software support is a major advantage, and the X Max continues to receive updates, though it may not get all the features available on newer models. Still, security patches and basic performance updates mean it's safe and smooth to use for most tasks. Now let's talk about current pricing. Since the iPhone X Max is no longer officially sold by Apple, you'll find it in the refurbished and second-hand markets. The prices can vary depending on condition, storage, and battery health. As of 2025, you can expect to find a good condition iPhone X Max for around $250 to $350. For a 512 GB version in near mint condition, prices can go slightly higher, up to $400. If you're in South Asia or other developing regions, local market prices might be slightly lower or higher depending on availability and demand. For users who want an iPhone experience but don't want to spend over $1,000 for the latest models, the X Max is still a viable option. It's a great choice for students, business users, and even casual users who need a reliable device with solid performance and camera quality. So who should buy the iPhone X Max in 2025? If you're someone who prefers a large display for watching content, enjoys the Apple ecosystem, and doesn't need the latest specs or features, this phone is still worth it. It's especially good as a secondary device or for gifting to family members. However, if you need 5G connectivity, the latest camera tech, or high refresh rate screens, you may want to consider newer models like the iPhone 13, 14, or 15. In summary, the iPhone X Max is a fine blend of classic Apple design, capable performance, and long-term usability. Even though it's several generations old, it's still very much usable in 2025 and proves that Apple devices age gracefully when maintained well. That's it for today's Tech Detour on Future Cars Update. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment letting us know your experience with the iPhone X Max or any other older iPhone model, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more reviews and insights. See you in the next video.